From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the Daybreak Drive-In Podcast with Wish TV's Scott Sander. A Wish TV News 8 update.
From Wish TV, I'm Scott Sander with your Daybreak Drive-In for Tuesday, July 22nd. A call for state control of downtown Indianapolis. MLK's children weigh in on an information dump, and the players arrive today at Colts training camp. Next.
Everyone knows that feeling, wanting to experience more stories, but struggling to find the time. That's where Audible changes everything. With over 1 million audiobooks and Audible originals, there's a story waiting to spark anyone's imagination. Take The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley, the gripping psychological thriller that's keeping listeners on the edge of their seats. Imagine unraveling its mysteries during your morning commute, or losing yourself in its twists and turns while doing household chores. That's the magic of Audible. It transforms daily routines into opportunities for thrilling discoveries. The best part? Members get access to thousands of included titles, with new content added regularly. From bestsellers to hidden gems, every genre imaginable is at their fingertips. And with one easy-to-use app, switching between favorites or discovering new passions has never been simpler. There's more to imagine when you listen. Start a free 30-day Audible trial and get your first audiobook free at audible.com/Wondery. That's audible.com/Wondery.
A state lawmaker says Indianapolis cannot handle violent crime on its own, so he plans to introduce a radical reshaping of law enforcement in the downtown area. Republican Michael Young is calling for the Mile Square to fall under state jurisdiction, with the Attorney General prosecuting crimes. Motor mischief has led to a new round of arrests, tickets, and towing. IMPD says officers and state troopers teamed up to cite 34 people, took 4 into custody, and impounded 7 cars over the weekend for spinning and street takeovers. A federal judge has sentenced an ex-police officer in Kentucky to nearly 3 years in prison for using excessive force during the 2020 Breonna Taylor raid. The Justice Department recommended no time for Brett Hackinson, who fired 10 shots during the botched raid that led to Taylor's death 5 years ago, prompting weeks of protests in Louisville and around the country. Martin Luther King Jr.'s 2 living children are urging people to tread lightly as much more about King's life and assassination becomes public. The Trump administration ordered the release of 240,000 pages of records about the civil rights leader. Much of the material comes from FBI surveillance, now acknowledged as illegal. Players arrive today at Colts training camp in Westfield. Workouts start tomorrow with an open public practice. If you'd like to attend, weekday workouts are free to watch. A $5 charge applies on the weekends. It's $10 to see the camp-ending joint practice with the Packers. Caitlin Clark is out of the lineup tonight for the Indiana Fever in their matchup with New York Liberty. She's still nursing a groin injury suffered 1 week ago, and the Fever entered the season as one of the favorites to win it all. Instead, they're mid-pack and struggling to stay consistent with Clark in and out of the lineup. Mostly sunny with seasonable temperatures today, high of 87. From Wish TV, I'm Scott Sander. Be sure to like and subscribe for your daily news updates from Wish TV on the All Indiana Podcast Network.
This is the Daybreak Drive-In Podcast with Wish TV's Scott Sander. A Wish TV News 8 update on demand for even more on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.